Hey guys, my name is David, and today I have an important message for those of you that are feeling stuck and that feel like there's more to life than they have been experiencing. Let me start by sharing my story, and then I'm going to talk about how to get out of the pattern and the loop of feeling stuck and wanting something more. So I come from the Czech Republic. I was living there until I was 18, and then I was deciding where I want to go for college, and I ended up going to the United States. I've been playing tennis my whole life, so I went on a tennis scholarship. It was pretty tough, especially at the beginning, as with the language and learning things in English, especially sciences. And I earned a bachelor's degree in biochemistry and molecular biology and a master's degree in chemistry. And everything was going well. I was really enjoying being part of the team, even though sometimes it was a little bit tough. But I was managing pretty well with school. I was even doing research. And I was also thinking what to do for my future, because the conventional path would be to get my PhD, become a professor, or go get a job in sciences and continue like that. But there was something that was telling me that that's not the right path, that I don't want to spend my 20s or 5 years of my 20s getting my PhD in something that I enjoy, but I don't love. And I feel like there's a big difference if you enjoy something, if you like something, or if you love something. So I didn't really know what to do, and I was thinking about it. At the end, I decided there's more to life than getting a job after college and going that conventional route. And I decided that I'm gonna get my master's instead of my PhD, so I could compromise, and then that I'm gonna travel the world. But I have to say that not getting my PhD, what made it harder was the fact that when I was talking to my professor, she said that if I wanted to, I could most likely get to a place like Stanford or Harvard, which for me, as a kid from the Czech Republic, from Prague, my parents, growing up in pretty humble settings, this was something that sounded unreal. I mean, going to Harvard, I was like, I mean, should I do it? Even though I'm probably not gonna love it, should I still go? Because the brand and just the prestige is just so huge. But at the end, I was thinking about it, and my gut and my brain, my heart were telling me that maybe I would do it for the Harvard paper, for the Harvard prestige, but it wouldn't make me happy. And I felt like if I go and travel, at the end of the day, it's gonna give me more than getting a degree at a really good university. So then I decided, okay, fuck it, and let's go travel. And also, for international students, if you're studying in STEM, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, you can get a 3-year visa extension. So by me leaving the United States, I gave up on this opportunity as well, which again, a lot of people were telling me that I'm making a mistake, but I knew that I do want to travel, I want to see the world, and I believed that by doing that, I'm gonna get more than staying in the US, maybe making good money, maybe having a cool career in sciences, but I knew that this is not it. Once I graduated, I set on the road and I started traveling. I've been to 35 plus countries since. I went to places like Australia, New Zealand, Pakistan, Ukraine during the war. I traveled through the US, Asia, went to Central America, a lot of other places, and I never looked back. Maybe it was a hard decision at the time, but now looking back, it was an easy decision. I knew that this is what I want to do, that there is so much to life, there's so much in the world that I want to see, and that traveling is, for me, the way to learn about myself, to learn about the world, and to learn about other people. And yes, it was the second best decision of my life. The first best decision was to go study in the United States, just to go to a different country and get a different experience. And I mentioned that I made some money through teaching and coaching tennis, but of course that money wouldn't last forever. So then I had to figure out a way how to support myself as I travel. So that was another big step out of my comfort zone. I wanted to figure out a way how I can help people, how I can travel, how I can do it online, and how I can get paid for it. So I started learning about business, Alex Hormozy and all that, and eventually I came to the realization that I'm a digital nomad, I'm traveling a lot, and I'm feeling really good, I'm really enjoying it, I'm being very productive. I have some ways and systems that I use and that work really well, that I can use them anywhere. So maybe this is something that I can help others with. So I started reaching out to people, I started working with other digital nomads, and slowly and steadily I started building up my business. And that was another big thing, because if I didn't do that, if I didn't want to, again, try to take the unconventional routes, I would have to go find a job, probably 9 to 5. I would have to settle in one place, which probably would be Prague, and I right now would be working, and I couldn't really enjoy places like this. I'm in Kyrgyzstan right now, by the way. Okay, so this was my story, but now let's get to you. Why is this important? Well, I feel like the answer is pretty simple. If you keep living like this, you're gonna get the same result. So if you're having a job that you're not enjoying, you're gonna keep having a job that you're not enjoying. If you're in a relationship that's not really healthy or good, you're gonna keep being in a relationship that's not really good. If you want to start a business, but you haven't started yet and you're not gonna start it, you're not gonna start it. If you don't take action, if you don't change things, your life is gonna be the same and probably even worse. And then the scarier thing is that the longer you wait, the harder it's gonna get, and then eventually it's just gonna be too late. So do you want to wait for 10, 20 years, and then you realize that, oh, now it's too late, I wasted my 20s, 30s, 40s, or you're gonna take action right now? You answer the question for yourself. Okay, so let's talk about why do people feel like they're stuck, or maybe that there's more to life. Well, most of it is fear of the unknown. That's a huge one, because if you do something that a lot of people don't do, you're going to encounter things that no one or not many people have seen. So fear of unknown, fear of change. Change for us is scary, which is understandable, but also when change happens, we get in our comfort zone, we learn. So that's probably the fear, maybe fear of what others would think. A lot of people have, or some people have fear of actually making it. I mean, what's going to happen if I actually make it? So there's a lot of these fears, and it's important for us to name what that is and to really go deep and to really think about why we're still stuck, why we still haven't taken the action. And let me tell you, you only live once. I only have one life. Maybe cats have 7 lives, but us humans have only one life. So the cost of inaction, the cost of keeping your life the same, is to spend your one life in this same way, unfulfilling, feeling like there's more. For me, this would be a massive moving force. And it was that I was thinking about, okay, so if I keep going like this, how is my life going to look like? So I'm going to go to life for 5 years. I'm probably going to get a job that I don't necessarily enjoy. I'm going to be working most of my life. I'm going to be spending 60, 70, 80 hours a week working. I'm not going to have too much time for my friends, for my girlfriend, for traveling, for my hobbies and for things. I'm going to spend my 20s really quickly. Then it's going to be my 30s. It's going to be time to start a family. If even hopefully I'm going to start one, I'm probably not going to make a lot of money. So there's not really even that many opportunities. And that's going to be it. And it's going to be 40, 50. And so that for me, the cost of inaction was huge. So I was like, okay, even if I start traveling and something happens to me, or like I'm just not going to know what to do, it's going to be scary or something. For me, this was easier and better option than the life of just living the same and unfulfilled and just feeling like there is more, and knowing that this is my only shot. As Eminem said, if you only had one shot and one opportunity, would you capture it or just let it slip? And I was like, fuck, I'm gonna try to capture it. I know that I can fail, and it's possible, it's likely, but I'm gonna do my best to not fail. And if I fail, I'm gonna try to get up. I'm gonna try to feel better. And I just knew and felt like that's the right thing to do, and that's the right course of action. Now, let me just be clear. So if you're happy with what you're doing, if you have a job that you enjoy, if you have a relationship that you enjoy, if you are already starting that business, or if you are already picking up that hobby, or if you whatever that is that you want to do, and if you're living a fulfilled life, this video is not for you. You're doing great, and you should keep that. So shout out to you. But there's a lot of people, and also a lot of my friends, that's part of why I'm recording this video, that they say it out loud. They're like, I want to do it, but my apartment, my relationship, the logistics, money, this, that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I understand those are valid reasons, but that doesn't mean that it's set in stone. You can figure it out. I mean, if you have a lease, you can sublet it to someone, or you can just, okay, you're going to travel, you're going to pay the money. If you have a relationship, you're going to take your significant other with you, or if it's an agreeable relationship, just let it go. If you don't have money, okay, work harder for some time, and then you're going to have the money that you need. If it's anything else. I mean, you can always figure it out. It's just in our head. Are we gonna try to figure it out, or are we gonna just say to ourselves that it's a problem? We create our own realities. If you say that you can do it, you're right. If you say that you cannot do it, you're also right. We make our own realities. I've learned, I think the hard way, but now I see that I make my own subjective reality, and that we have a lot of agency. How are we going to approach our life? What is the story we're going to tell ourselves? We have a lot of power in that. All right, so what should you do, or what you're going to do? So if you're that person for who there's something that you want to do, whether it's travel, whether it's starting a business, asking that girl out, whether it's picking up a new hobby, whether it's anything. I mean, it doesn't have to be traveling or starting a business per se. It can be small things. But there's so many desires that are just gonna stay in us, and it's such a shame. And I don't know who said it, but I really like the quote that graveyard is the richest database of ideas. There are so many amazing ideas at the graveyard, but they haven't been realized because people just go through the life without going for it, without realizing it, then they die, and the ideas, the dreams, the amazing inventions die with them. And it's a shame. It's a reality, but it's a shame. So are you going to keep living like this? Are you going to go to the 9 to 5 again tomorrow? Are you going to wake up and, do the same thing, get the same coffee, log in the same way and do the same thing? Are you going to still, not talk to that girl? Are you going to not pick up that hobby? Are you not going to go for that workout or for that run? Or you're going to make a decision, conscious decision in your head that you're going to go for it. And again, yes, there's going to be, the logistics are a real thing. Money, time, whatever else. So maybe right now you're not in a position that you can just pack your bags and book a flight, or that you can start a business right now. You might have to create a plan. Okay, so what is it? What do I need to do right now to get me to where I want to go? Is it to save up a little bit more money? Is it to maybe have a side hustle? Is it to post that piece of content? Is it to whatever that is? Start now. And let me tell you, and it really works, and it's quite a big mantra of mine, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. If you want to walk around the earth, you have to take that first step. If you want to start that business, you have to take the first step. You have to post the content. You have to invest the first dollar. That's just how it works. No one has skipped the first steps, or the 10th, or the 100th. Everyone goes through the same steps. And again, are you going to make the decision to go for it, or are you going to make the decision to not go for it and live the same way? It's up to you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. If there's only one person that this is going to help and talk to, then I'm going to be happy. I did my job well. I was just inspired to record it now. I mean, I'm here. It's beautiful. I just swam in a lake. It was freezing, but it was absolutely amazing. And I see it with myself, that I feel responsibility, and I feel the need and motivation to help others to live a good life, because I feel like life is giving me so much right now. I'm traveling, I'm meeting amazing people, and I'm just getting so much, and I really, really want to give back at least a little bit. So this is part of why I'm doing that. And also, as I mentioned, some of my friends and people that I know around me, including my family, I can see that there is something that they want, but there's always this excuse or this logistics or lack of time, and that they're not able to do that. But I see that they can. I mean, it's just about making the decision and then taking the first step, the second step, the third step, and eventually getting there. And it hurts me to see that, because, again, we do have one life. If I had 10 lives, I probably would stay with my PhD, and maybe I would go to Harvard and would be cool. But we only have one shot, one opportunity. I'm going to make the choice to live on my own terms. I'm going to take responsibility for my own life, and I'm going to do what I'm doing. I'm living the dream. It's not always easy, but I'm living the dream. I'm loving it, and I hope that as many people as possible can do the same. Thank you guys, and see you in the next video.